Hi, it's Angie here from Crafts at Home. In this tutorial today, I'll be showing you how to make this 2-strand beaded bag charm. Here's what you're going to need. Tiger tail wire. I use a 0.38mm diameter, an assortment of pearls, bugle beads and seed beads in the colours that you want to use for your project. In this one, as I've gone for a baby theme, I'm going for pink, silver and white. A keyring attachment, your crimp beads and covers, 2 charms of your choice, Tibetan spacers, and then you need chain nose pliers or bent nose pliers, whichever you prefer, your side cutters and your crimping pliers. At this point, it might be a good idea to review the basic technique videos if you haven't already. The ones you'll need to cover are crimp beads and covers. It may also be an idea to look at the pliers videos and give yourself an idea on what the pliers do and how to choose the correct ones for you. To start off, you want to cut your tiger tail to twice the length that you want your tails to be, plus a bit more for turning over. So if I take this one here and just offer it up against the side, plus a bit more for turning over. That's the length of tiger tail that you'll be using for the entire bag charm. Next, you want to turn this over, pass 1/2 through your keyring attachment, and then you want to put one of your crimp beads on. Now I always make sure that the ends are very slightly off, just to give a little bit more fluid movement. And you just pass your crimp bead over both ends and take it up to the top. You want to do your half moon crimp and then turn over the crimp bead and then put your crimp bead cover on. Just give it a nice tidy finish. Can be a bit fiddly. I prefer to use my bent nose pliers for these, as it's a bit more ergonomic on the hand and you can see what you're doing a bit easier. So once you've finished with your crimp bead, you want to start threading all your beads on. I tend to always start the top with a bugle bead on each strand, just so they lie closer together at the top. I do both strands at the same time, just so you can actually see them together and you don't end up with exactly the same thing on both sides. And then it's up to you what beads you do onto each one. And you just start building it up. Use a mixture of your Tibetan spacers, your bugle beads, your seed beads, any pearls that you might want to pop in as well, just to create that difference and make it interesting. It's where it helps to have a bit of forward planning on what kinds of colours you want to use within your bag charm. So you could make them longer, you could make them shorter, it's entirely up to you what you want to do. I tend to stick around this length, which it's about the 6 inches mark, maybe a little bit longer, and I find it's not too long, it doesn't get tangled, and it still looks a nice length with plenty of interest all the way down. See, these are really starting to come together now. Right, so I'm just going to finish doing this and I'll see you in a moment. Hi, welcome back. As you can see, I've loaded all the beads on and I've also finished off the one end, so I'll show you now how to finish off the other one. First of all, you take your crimp bead and you put it over the end of what's left. Then you take your last charm, pass it through the hole, and this is where it can get a bit fiddly. Pass it back through the crimp bead, and pull. Now at this stage it's easier if you pass back through the beads as well. I'm just going to pass back through that Tibetan spacer, and then I'm going to go back through the bugle bead. Can get a bit fiddly, but it's worth doing as it gives a neater finish and it also secures your work off a bit more. Now I'm just going to grab the end of the tiger tail and pull through. Notice that's gone quite tight. Loosen that off a little bit, and it's just a case of wiggling and it will loosen right off. Now you want to get your crimp bead in there and just do the half moon and then the turn over as you did before. Cut off the excess of your tiger tail that's sticking out. And there we go. Normally, as I have there, I'd finish off with the crimp bead cover, but I haven't left myself quite enough space. There we go. There's one bag charm. And as I said, you can make them in any colours that you like. This one I've chosen to match with the charms that I've used. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this tutorial and found it useful, then please click like. Check out the related videos on screen, or to see my others or be notified of the latest uploads, please subscribe to the channel by clicking on the link. Any questions or suggestions for further videos, then please use the comment section. Bye for now.